Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to the first video on my YouTube channel. For those of you watching, thank you for watching. Please share this video and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And with that, let's get into the video. So, with the NBA season about to start in about almost 3 weeks of the making of this video, I thought it would be a good idea to start the channel off with a video talking about what could potentially happen in this NBA season. As I'm sure you all know, this season begins on July 31st with 8 regular season games and in the beginning of the postseason, August 14th. At first, I didn't like the fact that, it was going to start up when school starts, but really thinking about it, especially during the playoffs, if your team wins a game or wins a series in the playoffs, especially if you win the championships, that's the ultimate bragging rights when you go back to school, especially because the championship will still be over sometime in October, the finals will. So you'll still be in the middle of school, you'll be in the middle of your first quarter or semester or period of school, depending on how you do it, depending on where you live. Anyway, today I'd like to talk about the possibilities for the 2020 NBA playoffs, and over the next coming weeks I'll be making 5 videos about the NBA season and what could happen. These 5 videos will be on 5 players and 4 teams that I think have the only legit NBA chances at the title. So these teams are the Los Angeles Lakers, Houston Rockets, Los Angeles Clippers, and Milwaukee Bucks, not in that order. And the players are LeBron James, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Kawhi Leonard, James Harden, and Russell Westbrook. That, however, is the order I will be posting the videos in. Now, obviously, the first of these is clearly going to be LeBron James. And for most people, I think, for a fact, have LeBron James as either first or second all time. Most people having him as second. And I've heard a lot of people say this season that if he wins the title, that he'll become the greatest player of all time. This is a statement that few people, and I mean very few people, which I'm one of those few people who disagree with this statement, but today I'll talk about where I have LeBron all time, what I think this ring can and will do for his legacy, and how I think it will affect other players and teams around the league. Starting off with the video, I currently have LeBron James 4th all time, behind MJ at 1, Kobe Bryant at 2, and Magic Johnson at 3. Now for what I think LeBron will add to his legacy this year, assume he wins the ring and the Finals MVP while beating the Clippers in the conference finals and the Bucks in the NBA finals. Also assume he averages around the same numbers, if not better, that he is currently averaging right now. Also, assume that he does not win the MVP. Assume that goes to Giannis, as I think most of us, including me, rightfully believe it should. And finally, assume that in the Clippers and Bucks series, he outplays both Kawhi and Giannis, as well as outplays AD on his own team. That said, to me, LeBron winning a ring and Finals MVP this season would prove to me that he is the best player in the world, as I think would do many people, and would probably solidify in most people's eyes, including mine, any arguments that people had over him or players that people believe to be better than LeBron from 2014 to now, which are the years I think that there started to be a case for anyone but LeBron James to be the best player in the world. As for his all-time legacy, I personally believe that winning this ring and Finals MVP would make him the 3rd greatest player of all time, still behind Kobe and Michael. And with LeBron winning this ring, how it affects the NBA? Starting with Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, and Los Angeles Clippers, I believe that the Clippers would search for a 3rd star to pair up with Kawhi and Paul George, while Kawhi and Paul George, especially Kawhi, look for specific teams, if not a different team, to sign with in free agency. I say this because Kawhi Leonard has said before that he wants to live up to the potential and he just wants to be the best player he possibly can be. When his coach Nick Nurse was asked what he thought the best player Kawhi could possibly be was last season, he was said that he believes he could possibly not only be the best player in the league and an MVP, but the greatest player of all time. This is a statement, of course, that Kawhi did not disagree with. So while we can't know for sure that this is actually how he feels about himself, we could say that he at least thinks he can be one of the all-time greats. For Kawhi to accomplish this, especially if he wants to be the GOAT, there's a high chance he leaves. Kawhi's 29 years old this season, is about 3 to 4 years away from his prime and hitting his decline. Even if he doesn't want to be the GOAT, if he wants to be at least a top 10 player of all time, depending on which one he wants to be, he needs at least, in my opinion, 2 to 3 more rings with Finals MVPs for all of those rings, and at least one MVP to be in this conversation. That is a lot to accomplish in 4 seasons, especially if they lose in the 2021 NBA playoffs, like I predict them doing. It'll only be 3 seasons he has. For Kawhi to accomplish this, he needs to put himself in the best situation possible to accomplish these things, especially if he wants to be one of the greatest players of all time, if not the GOAT. One of the reasons that I do believe, however, that the Clippers won't win a ring in 21 is because of Giannis Antetokounmpo. Now, if the Bucks lose in 4 or 5 games like I believe them doing, Giannis most definitely will want out of Milwaukee, as he has said before. And whether they play the Clippers or the Lakers, I still foresee this scenario, as I feel the Clippers and Lakers are around the same talent level. Even with the players missing from the Lakers teams, when you have LeBron, you can never be counted out. I also see that the best option, not only for Giannis, but just the best overall fit and the highest chance of Giannis going anywhere is the Golden State Warriors. A lineup of Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, Draymond Green, or Eric Pascal, and of course Giannis Antetokounmpo is deadly, and most likely the most unstoppable lineup we have ever seen. Barring injury, I think this lineup could potentially get 3 championships in 3 seasons. And even if this isn't the case, in the 1 season they would have Giannis, I believe they would most definitely win the title. With that being said, this is the end of the video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and remember that I post every Monday and Friday and every other Saturday. With that, I'm out. Peace.